What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, it looks like the reports are true that came out, just slightly altered. And that's that undefeated 3-division, 5-time world champion superstar boxer, who is widely considered to be the face of the sport of boxing, if not one of the faces of the sport of boxing, superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who is 29 wins, no loss, no draw, 27 big wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. There's reports that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to come back in his next fight, and it's going to be a rematch with lightweight Mexican superstar title contender Pitbull Cruz, who is 25 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 17 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'3" with a 63-inch arm reach in his next fight, and that it was going to take place on, get this, Amazon Prime pay-per-view, right? And now that was shot down by Showtime president of sports, Stephen Espinosa. He shot the notion down that that was the case. He says these fake reports that Tank Davis' next fight is going to be on Amazon Prime pay-per-view or another platform, that's not real. Well, it is real, because the higher-ups informed Stephen Espinosa that they're doing away with the sport of boxing in December. That's it. They're going to fulfill their obligation to the sport of boxing that's already set, the schedule that's already set for 2023, and they're done. Gervonta Tank Davis announced that he's moving from fighting a third time this year to fighting the top of 2024. He already fought Hector Garcia January 7th of this year, and then he fought Ryan Garcia April 22nd of this year. It was said that he was gonna have a third fight. He stated, after dealing with some things and getting his life in order, he has to now focus on coming back in 2024. And he stated that the judge that handled his case, he was sentenced Cinco de Mayo weekend, May 5th, and he was sentenced to 90 days house arrest, which he did 30 days, and then he was sentenced to do the rest in jail, because according to the judge that he broke the agreement. And now Gervonta Tank Davis is stating that the judge is ordering him to go back and forth to Maryland, the state of Maryland, Baltimore, where he feels like his life is in danger and he can't train properly. So he stated that he had his affairs to get in order, and he was going to see us at the top of 2024, which means his next fight won't be on Showtime pay-per-view, because Showtime is done with the sport of boxing in December. They're not going into 2024. So they stated they're going to fulfill their obligation for the remainder of 2023, and it's been nice. And so with that said, Gervonta Tank Davis indirectly announced that he's fighting on a different platform. And the reports that is going to be Amazon Prime, Gervonta Tank Davis with a familiar face, Pitbull Cruz, in a rematch of their December 2021 showdown, looks like it's becoming more of a reality. But the twist is, it looks like it could possibly take place on, get this, the Dazn pay-per-view. As the Dazn has offered Al Heyman and the PBC Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman, a $1 billion deal, according to reports and sources. They're offering PBC Premier Boxing Champions and Al Heyman a $1 billion budget, like they did with Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn. And Al Heyman and PBC have a much bigger stable than than Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. And they gave Oscar De La Hoya a major deal. and Golden Boy Promotions. And once again, Al Heyman and the PBC have a much bigger platform and a much bigger stable than Golden Boy Promotions and Oscar De La Hoya. So you can imagine if they offered Eddie Hearn $1 billion to come over there, what they're willing to offer Al Heyman to come over there. I'm hearing it's over $1 billion. And now you got also Amazon Prime, who has an endless pocket, has a platform, and is saying that Amazon Prime is offering Al Heyman a massive amount of money to take his stable and his talents over to Amazon Prime. Now, Amazon Prime is not already equipped to handle the sport of boxing. Now, they got a big platform, they got endless reach, but they don't have boxing on Amazon Prime. Dazn already has a setup, and they're already in the boxing business. So they already have a format and an understanding of how to do boxing. Amazon does not. That don't mean they can't. They just don't, right? And again, like I said, Dazn is already set up to handle boxing, as they have two major promotional companies, Matchroom and Golden Boy, under their banner. So they have an idea of how it's going to work out. Amazon doesn't. But Amazon has more money than Dazn. And they might be willing to match Dazn or exceed Dazn's offer. How much do they value the sport of boxing? Al Heyman is in a great position right now. He got the biggest stable and the best, more recognizable stable than anybody. And on top of that, he has a very loyal fan base to the PBC. And he has all the superstars. He not only has the deepest stable, but he has all the mega superstars. He has Terrence Crawford, he has Canelo Alvarez, and he has Gervonta Tank Davis. And then he has Deontay Wilder. Then he has Errol Spence Jr. Still has the biggest, deepest stable. But he has the faces of the sport of boxing in Canelo, Terrence Crawford, and Gervonta Tank Davis. He has the faces of the sport of boxing that he's bringing and offering to the table. That's going to be extremely hard to turn down if you are Dazn or Amazon Prime that are willing to get in the sport of boxing. So with that said, you want to put on a solid, familiar fight, which is Gervonta Tank Davis and Isaac Cruz. You want it to be successful. You know Isaac Cruz, Gervonta Tank Davis too is going to be a success. The fan base is going to support both those fighters. You know for sure you want a guaranteed successful fight. You don't want to put on a fight that you are unaware of what the actual numbers might do. When you put on Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz, you know what you're going to get in your first pay-per-view event. You know what you're going to get. Now the question is, are they eager to put on a rematch with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford? That's going to be the question. Right? They're going to have Canelo Alvarez. They want it to go up. They want it to be with a bang. So they're going to bank on David Benavidez to beat Demetrius Andrade November 25th. Because if you put on, imagine if you Amazon or DAZN and you could put on Canelo versus David Benavidez pay-per-view Cinco de Mayo weekend, how massive that would be for your platform and the sport of boxing and for the PBC. Huge success. David Benavidez wins. He's Mexican, Ecuadorian. It sells the fight. Andre wins. It's not so much of an easy sell. So they go to the route of putting Jamal Charlo on. Jamal Charlo's storyline with Jamel Charlo would sell that fight with Canelo. So you want to go with a sure thing. The sure thing is you got to sell it to Tank Davis. A, make this fight with Isaac Cruz. It's a sure thing that you're going to get your money, and you're going to sell. The fight is sure to sell. It might not do 1 million pay-per-views like Ryan Garcia and Tank, but it'll do at least 600,000 pay-per-views. 500,000 at the very least. So it's going to be a sell. It's going to be a draw, right? And it's a sure thing because Isaac Cruz has a loyal fan base right now. He built that up off of the losing to Gervonta Tank Davis. So now you factor in, a rematch where people was actually saying they thought Isaac Cruz won the fight. Tank Davis got exposed. So it's a sell, it's a draw. When you're dealing with the unknown, like putting Tank Davis on versus, an unknown commodity, you don't know what the numbers is going to do. It just makes sense to go with the sure thing and Isaac Cruz on a new platform, the headline pay-per-view. It just makes sense for business. If you Al Heyman and PBC, and Tank Davis is not, I don't believe he's even signed there. He's signed to GTD Promotions himself. But he's advised still by the PBC, and he still works under the umbrella of the PBC. So when you factor those things in, it just makes sense to put on a short thing. And even Isaac Cruz is with Manny Pacquiao Promotions, but they still under the PBC banner. So it makes sense to go with the sure thing. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a draw. It's going to be a sell. Are you going to, unless, if they go to Dazn and Devin Haney's with Dazn, Devin Haney beats Regis Prograis, and PBC goes with Dazn, then now you're talking about another major pay-per-view. Devin Haney versus Gervonta Tank Davis, and they both under the same banner. Because Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, Dazn doing business with Top Rank again to make crossover fight, and as their first fights on the platform, it's a risk. But if they go to Dazn and Devin Haney's still with Dazn, and he beats Regis Prograis, Devin Haney versus Gervonta Tank Davis, now that makes sense. That makes sense, right? It's a big fight. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. That's all I got for y'all. I'm going. Peace.